Have you ever found yourself lying in bed, staring at the ceiling, thinking, "Why does my mind feel so foggy these days?" Maybe you forget why you walked into a room, or you struggle to recall a familiar name. It's not just frustrating, it can feel scary, like a little piece of yourself is slipping away. And here's the thing, it's not always about age. Sometimes, it's about the habits we carry into our evenings. The ones that quietly, slowly chip away at our brain health without us even realizing it. If you're over 60, or even creeping towards 70, it's more important than ever to pay attention to what you're doing before your head hits the pillow. Our nights set the stage for our brain's healing, cleaning, and refreshing. And when that stage isn't set right, the next day starts on the wrong foot. So, in this video from Evergreen Elders, we're going to gently shine a light on 3 common nightly habits that can quietly hurt your brain, and most importantly, how to change them before they steal your sharpness, your memories, and your spark. Now, before we get into it, let's be clear, no one's perfect. We all pick up little habits over time. The goal here isn't to feel guilty, it's to feel empowered. Because you have the ability to make small shifts that protect your brain and help you stay alert, joyful, and confident well into your 70s, 80s, and beyond. Let's start with something a lot of people don't think twice about: falling asleep with the TV on. Maybe it's become part of your routine. The background noise helps drown out your thoughts. Or maybe you just drift off during your favorite old movie. It feels harmless, even comforting. But here's the truth. Your brain never truly rests when there's sound and flickering light in the background. Even if you're asleep, your brain is working overtime trying to process those sounds and images. Think of your brain like a library. At night, the librarian, your brain, tries to put everything back in place, file your memories, clean up useless information, and get ready for the next day. But imagine trying to organize a library while a loud radio is playing and someone keeps throwing random books onto the shelves. That's what happens when your brain is trying to rest, but there's noise from a TV or loud devices. It messes with your deep sleep, which is when your brain does its best repair work. I met a lovely woman named Shazia, in her early 70s, who told me she hadn't slept without the television in years. She thought she needed it to relax. But after trying just a week of quiet, dark evenings, maybe with some soft music or a calming audiobook that shuts off automatically, she felt sharper in the mornings, less foggy, less anxious. She told me, "It feels like someone cleaned the windows in my brain." That's the kind of difference we're talking about, and look, if going cold turkey feels too hard, just try turning the volume lower each night. Or set a timer so the TV shuts off after you've drifted off. Remember, this isn't about perfection, it's didn't sit right. Maybe even old memories that creep back in out of nowhere. Your body might be still, but your mind is doing laps like it's running a marathon. And the truth is, those mental habits, that nighttime overthinking, can do real damage over time. When we go to bed with our brain buzzing, it sends a signal to the body that we're not safe to relax. Our stress hormones stay high, especially one called cortisol. And while cortisol is useful in emergencies, having it floating around at night is like inviting chaos into your bedroom. It disrupts sleep, confuses your brain, and blocks the healing processes that only happen when we're truly resting. It's not just about poor sleep either. Chronic stress at night has been linked to memory decline, slower thinking, and even emotional shifts like anxiety and irritability. I once spoke with a retired teacher named Mahmoud, a kind and intelligent man who was struggling to remember things he once taught with ease. When we talked through his routine, it became clear. Every night before bed, he was reading the news on his phone, scrolling through stories that made him angry or worried. That became his bedtime ritual. We made a tiny change. Just 15 minutes before bed, he started writing down his thoughts in a little notebook. He called it his brain dump. Nothing fancy, Just a few lines about what was bothering him or what he was grateful for that day. Within weeks, he said he was waking up clearer, calmer, and even happier. "It's like I finally gave my thoughts permission to rest," he told me. And that's really the key here. You can't control every worry that enters your mind, but you can create a routine that gives your brain permission to slow down. Try turning off the news an hour before bed. Put your phone away. Maybe listen to soft music. Do a bit of light stretching or, yes, grab a notebook. Pour it all out. Let your brain know, it's okay. We're safe. We can rest now. This habit might feel small, even silly at first, but it's powerful. Because when you sleep with a calm mind, your brain can finally do what it's designed to do: clean, restore, and reset. That's how you protect your memory. That's how you wake up feeling like yourself again, or maybe even better than before. And here's a little encouragement. If any of this feels like a big change, remember, you're not alone in this. The Evergreen Elders community is full of people just like you, making one gentle shift at a time. You don't have to do it all overnight, but do something tonight. Your brain is on your side. It just needs a little help. If you're finding this helpful so far, I'd love for you to hit that subscribe button and join us on this journey. Every video on Evergreen Elders is crafted with love and care to help you live well, feel strong, and stay sharp no matter your age. And if something from today's conversation resonated with you, maybe that bit about stress before bed, share it in the comments. You never know who you might inspire just by opening up. Now let's take a moment to gently reflect. The things we do at night, they might seem small, but they hold so much power over how we think, feel, and function each day. A noisy screen, a sugary treat, a mind that won't stop racing. These aren't just habits. They're patterns that, over time, shape the future of our brain health. But here's the good news. The brain is incredibly forgiving. It responds quickly to love, to care, and to calm. Even after years of poor sleep or stress, it's still ready to bounce back. All it takes is your decision that tonight can be different. So as we move forward, let's keep that spirit alive. Let's hold on to that hope, because there's still one more habit we need to look at. One more silent thief that sneaks into our nights and robs our clarity, mood, and memory. And just like the others, once we see it clearly, we can take steps to gently move past it, toward better nights, brighter mornings, and a stronger, sharper mind. Sometimes, the most dangerous habits are the ones that feel the most comforting. That's especially true for this last one. Something many of us have been doing for years, maybe even decades. You settle in after dinner, maybe put on the TV or grab a book, and pour yourself a little nightcap. A glass of wine, a small whiskey, just enough to help you wind down. It feels harmless. In fact, it might even feel helpful, a way to relax after a long day. But here's the thing. Alcohol, even in small amounts, can quietly chip away at your brain's health over time, especially as we age. Now, I'm not here to lecture you. At Evergreen Elders, we don't believe in fear or guilt. We believe in awareness, in gentle change, and in giving our amazing seniors the tools to live fully and freely. So let's talk about what alcohol really does to the brain, particularly when it becomes a regular part of your nightly routine. As we get older, our body processes alcohol differently. The same drink that used to make you feel relaxed in your 40s now lingers longer in your system, affecting your sleep, balance, memory, and mood. Nightly drinking, even just a little, has been linked to decreased brain volume. Yes, your brain can actually shrink. And more importantly, it messes with deep sleep, the kind your brain needs to stay sharp, clean out toxins, and build memories. Think of your brain at night like a cleaning crew in an office building. Deep sleep is when the crew comes in, clears out the trash, files the paperwork, and gets everything ready for the next day. Alcohol locks the doors on that cleaning crew. It might help you fall asleep faster, but it blocks your brain from doing its most important maintenance work. I remember talking to a woman named Shamim, a lively and witty 73-year-old, who had started to notice she was feeling foggy in the mornings. She blamed her age, of course, as many of us do. But when we went over her routine, she admitted she'd been having 1 glass of wine every night to help her sleep. Just one. It felt so normal. We tried a gentle change. She swapped her wine for warm chamomile tea. She added a calming nighttime playlist, and even started doing 5 minutes of deep breathing before bed. Within weeks, she called me and said, "I feel like someone turned the lights back on in my brain." That's what we want for you too. Not perfection, just clarity, energy, that spark that makes you feel like you again. And it starts with small shifts. If you do enjoy a drink now and then, try having it earlier in the day, or limit it to a couple of times a week instead of every night. Your brain will thank you in ways you'll feel each morning. Now, if you've made it this far in the video, take a moment to feel proud of yourself. Because you've already done something most people never do. You've taken the time to understand your brain and how to care for it. That's no small thing. Let's take a deep breath together. Inhale and exhale. You're not just surviving these years. You're learning how to thrive in them. Your brain, your body, your spirit. They all deserve your care and attention. And the beautiful part? It's never too late. Whether you're 60, 70, 80 or beyond, change is possible. Joy is possible. A clear, energized mind is possible. So tonight, when you're winding down, think back to what we've shared here. Maybe you swap that phone for a book. Maybe you turn off the news a little earlier. Maybe you write in your notebook. Or maybe you reach for a soothing tea instead of that glass of something stronger. You don't have to do it all. Just one gentle change at a time. If this video helped you in any way, please let us know in the comments. Your voice matters. Your story could inspire someone else watching right now. And if you haven't already, please hit that like button, subscribe to Evergreen Elders, and become part of a growing family that's rewriting the rules of aging, one beautiful step at a time. You are not your age. You are your spirit, your wisdom, your curiosity. You've got so much life to live. And it's never too late to start protecting your brain, your joy, and your future. Here's to deeper sleep, clearer mornings, and a mind that feels fresh and full of light. Here's to living your best life, at any age. Thank you for being with us today on Evergreen Elders. Until next time, sleep well, stay sharp, and remember, the best is yet to come.